sir?
Am I?
I said, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm good. Yeah, I just flew in from Belfast, London, LA last night. So.
I have
don't know where I am.
Yeah, I was going to be like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You, in the last number of years, in the last decade, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, working with the Wachowskis, and so many other things. When did it hit you that you basically won the actor's lottery with what you get to do?
Oh, I don't know. I've had some great opportunities, you know, certainly with Lord of the Rings. I guess that was such a big thing that we did at the time. We didn't kind of realise how it would snowball and become the kind of epic that it was. And we knew it was going to be kind of big, but you know, and then to be able to, you know, be involved with Game of Thrones and now this, it's you know, I feel very kind of happy about that. You know, to me, it's something that is kind of groundbreaking, really, because Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, and this certainly is, you know, to be working with two directors who have kind of got this non-conformist, kind of rebellious, but gifted, very gifted talent to not compromise and get what they want over on screen, and to be part, you know, of a kind of invitation to see what's going on in their imagination is quite extraordinary. You know, it's what you want to start acting for. You want to do something that's different, and they're certainly doing something that's pioneering and different and avant-garde. You know, and I suppose all three of those are connected together. There's something different about them, magical and mystic and make-believe, and you know, but they do carry a lot of truth as well. You know, they carry people can very much identify with them and the characters. You know,
100%.
The emotions.
I think the Wachowskis are visionary, genius filmmakers. I mean, I love them so much. What was the experience like, specifically working with them? Did you sort of hear anything about the way they like to work? What was it like collaborating with them?
No, I didn't, you know, obviously know their work and what they'd done, but I didn't know how they worked and, you know, what was expected, you know, in terms of rehearsals and read-throughs, and that was okay, really. You know, at the very beginning, we had a read-through, and but there was such a lot of, there's a lot of, like, kind of, what they call it, not the dialogue, the other one. The stage instructions, stage instructions, you know, descriptions of what's happening and who's who and everything. So it's quite, you know, it was a lot to take in for us all on that first read-through, and they actually put together like a condensed version of the film, you know, in a kind of animated version, and we all went into a small cinema at the studio in London and watch this condensed version. It's just so we could get an idea of what the geography and the logistics and who was who and what planet who was on. You know, it's a very complex, you know, well-researched story. So that kind of put us in the picture, and then we kind of rehearsed a bit, and that was it really. And then we just started filming. It was. You know, we did a lot of in-depth rehearsals because there wasn't a great deal you could do because, you know, we'd be talking about it and then somebody would disappear into space. So, you know, you kind of, you couldn't really rehearse that. But it was, I think it just, on the day, it was always a very entertaining and kind of inspirational way to work. And they've got obviously this vision, and at times, I mean, we were thinking, I wonder what this means, I wonder how that's going to look. But when you see it all put together, you can see what they were thinking, you know. I mean, they've got an incredible imagination and vision. It's hard to kind of comprehend sometimes for an actor because they see it all, and we only see it when it's all put together.
100%.
But we knew where we were going. I mean, they were very focused on what we were doing, and that's something you know, especially Lana was very much, you know, with the performance and stuff.
Before I run out of time with you, I'm incredibly excited to see Pixels and Ridley Scott's The Martian. Yeah. And you're a part of both films.
Yes.
What was it like working? Pixels sounds so cool with asteroids, like the whole concept sounds great.
That was a bit.
And also The Martian. What can you tease people about both, and what was the experience like working on those?
Yeah, I've worked with Chris Columbus. That was quite excited. I've worked with him before on Percy Jackson, the Lightning Thief, and it was just a kind of cameo role. And I was in America at the time. I was in New York, and I just flew to Toronto, and I was part of this. So that was great, you know, and with Adam Sandler and Chris Columbus, and we had just a laugh, you know. It was very kind of improvisational, and it was really good fun there. And then working with Ridley Scott and Martian, it's all about a guy who gets trapped in space, you know, left on Mars, and it's all about trying to get him back and rescue him. And so I can do, and then I've done this before, so it's a lot of sci-fi, I guess. I didn't realise until you just mentioned it.
I love sci-fi, so yeah. I mean, it's fantastic for me. I'm like, bring it on.
It is, and you can see it happening now. You know, in days gone by, you know, everybody thought, oh, this is just silly, but now you can actually see with what's happening with technology and stuff these days. It's very credible. These stories are very credible now.
100%. Yeah. I have to go. I want to say it's a pleasure meeting you for the first time. Big fan of your work.
Thank you.
Thanks for sitting with me.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.